Ta-da! So today I wanted to talk to you about the importance of being feminine, the importance of holding on the sacred feminine and the sacred masculine as complementary and together. One cannot live or strive without the other one. And I think this is important that we discuss this. I've seen too many young women being confused, not knowing anymore what it is it to be feminine, or what is the purpose of the sacred feminine. The purpose of the sacred feminine is not to smuggle the masculine, it's not to demean him. And that's what I'm saying. Like sometimes a lot of people will say, oh, being feminine is just like wearing dresses, having high heel shoes, wearing makeup and doing your nails. No, those are activities. The sacred feminine is a spirit that needs to be embodied. And yes, there's many paths to the sacred feminine. There's tons and tons of them. For me, I am grounded in my African spirituality, but I'm so open to grow, and I found a teacher that that embodied exactly what I was looking for in that path. And being able to be surrounded with other sisters who are on a similar path and who understand that and who are striving to learn that and embody it as well makes it easier. Today there's no more excuses in terms of the things that you don't know, the things that you will want to know. This is the age of the information. This is a time when you can find information, you can seek, find teachers, learn, and it's easy, really, really easy. But it's a time. That time frame is going to end. Just like before, it was much more harder to get certain information. You had to travel the world. You had to do this, do that. Now, tip of your finger, you can type Google, find different websites, and find different resources right to the comfort of your home. But that's a window. Okay, so that's why if you have this calling, you should go for it. What you seek is seeking you. Okay, and the feminine to me is the energy that's behind. It's something that may move you to take the time to adorn yourself, to adorn your home, to have whatever you have within your means to make your home to make your house a beautiful home. Somewhere you can go and rest and make sure everyone in your household is looked after. But the feminine is not there to fight. Not in the way that is being done nowadays. It's not there to fight, especially not there to fight the masculine. I just said the feminine and the masculine are complementary. There's no child on this earth that doesn't come from the union and the complementarity of the masculine and the feminine. That's a fact. I know what else may come in the future and ways to have kids without having that, but it's a fact that the essence, the masculine and the feminine essence come together to produce our legacies, to produce our descendants, to produce our children. Okay? And so the path of the sacred feminine is not to demean the masculine. And just think about it. Every time women say, okay, men are all the same, men are trash, all the problems that we have today are due to men. Where is the recognition for the beloved that you have? How can you be in love with somebody but still yet say that all men are the same, all men are idiots, or all men are cruel? And yet you're hoping to find somebody you can be with, somebody you can love, somebody you can share something with? Or maybe do you think that your husband is the exception to the rule? No! All men need that honoring. If you are the feminine essence and the path of the sacred feminine honors the path of the masculine, because the masculine is a reflection of us. The masculine reflects us, what we have within. And without that polarity, we wouldn't know what being feminine is. The same way sometimes without knowing something we don't like, we probably sometimes wouldn't know what we actually do like, or the thing that we don't want to experience. You find out you don't want to experience that's fine. Start focusing on that and focus on the thing that you do actually want to experience. And masculine and feminine provide that polarity. There's no fighting, there's no competition between the two. It's like two different lanes. the yin and the yang. You have like the shape of the yang is not trying to overpower the yin, and the yin is not trying to overpower the yang. There's a balance to that. It's a dance. You're doing it together, and you're exploring, and you're expressing. And yes, sometimes the masculine can show you things that are negative, and the feminine also shows things that are negative as well. And the whole point of this dance is to learn how to dance together. You know, yeah, sometimes you can tiptoe and step on someone else's toe and, you know, excuse yourself and keep carrying, keep going, or vice versa. But there's no war. There shouldn't be a war. You know, if you are feminine, or if you are of a feminine essence, because there's a long spectrum. For me, I'm talking about women who want to be feminine, who want to stay feminine, who want to explore, who want to become feminine, okay? And you will know that's your path, because trying to acquire masculine characteristic is going to leave you depleted. You're going to feel like, you know, everything is not going right, things are going wrong, you feel like you never have enough energy, you won't be able to appreciate what's going on, you won't even be able to sometimes just rest, because you're still going to be on the go, on the go, on the go, on the go. You're going to meet men who want to compete with you all the time. You're going to want to compete with them. You're going to be in a relationship, instead of just enjoying the relationship, you're going to want to compete with your partner, trying to do better than him, having more money than him, more things, more stuff. Everything becomes like a kind of a competition, and that will leave you not satisfied. You're going to get the degrees, you're going to get the job, the dream job, and you're still going to get satisfied. You're still not going to be satisfied the way a man will be, because you're feminine women. And so this video is really a call for you to reconnect with the sacred feminine, which is there lingering within yourself, trying to point you to directions. You know, it's her. When you just had your baby, and 2 weeks later they're calling you that you have to go back to work, and that part of you is crying inside, and you don't want to let your baby with a stranger, that's the sacred feminine calling you. That's the sacred feminine calling you. When you're looking at your partner, and you would like to, you see that he's giving you so much, he's providing for you, and you will want to rub his feet, give him a massage, put him some food, and your friends are talking about, no, this is not something you should be doing, and that part of you starts crying inside. That part of you that you're trying to smuggle, because you're listening to what society said you should do. Hey, you can have it all, a career and that, and yet you have it, you've done it, you follow it, and you still feel depleted. You don't feel satisfied. You feel tired all the time, because you're not supposed to do it all the time. You're only supposed to do your part. Your part, not everyone else. Can be also doing everything at home, doing everything with the kids, doing everything at work, and then having the little bit left, maybe left for your partner, maybe left for the food, maybe left for to nurture the kids. And you will see that you're going to be constantly in a bad mood, or aggressive, or with a strong tone in your voice. Just try to think about the time when you were relaxed, or when you were a kid and your only thing that you had to do was to play and enjoy yourself. Those few moments that you had where you could just enjoy yourself. You will see that the tone of your voice was not the same. And we know that, ladies. We know that then when we stress, our tone goes in some other places. And when we angry, our tone goes that. And it's okay to have a range, because you're going through emotions. But when you're getting too much of the negative one, it can push you to switch your tone, to always be like that. Somebody says, hello, beautiful, and you're just like, what do you want? Because the tone is already reached there, and because you've reached your capacity. You can't even distinguish between somebody who's just wishing you well, and and somebody who's just like, I don't even know, because somebody is saying just, hello, beautiful, have a good day. He's not trying to offend you. He's not trying to fight with you. He's not trying to make to break your day or anything like that. He just said thank you and you move on. But sometimes you can't say thank you and move on, because you have all of this sadness, all of this anger within yourself, because you know your condition is not what you would want it to be. You know you probably wouldn't want to wake up and go to this 9 to 5 job that you hate, that you have to do that because your partner tells you that you have to do you guys have to go half, and you haven't thought about other ways of bringing your own half, if that's the paradigm that you are with your partner. And you may even be what you call it, too proud, or too proud to let your partner know that actually this is not the life you want. To let your partner know that you love to be at home, just cooking him meals, making sure the kids have everything they need, they're nurtured, and taking care of the home to make sure like he has nice clothes every day, that when he comes home you are in a relaxed state, so you can just cater to him and make sure that he's had that make sure that his needs are also taken care of. So this is not a video for everyone, as you've seen. It's a video about women who want to stay feminine and who realize that they've been trying to get masculine characteristics, and that is not serving them. This video is a literal call for you to reach out and be in your feminine. And there's tons of resources to do that. And I can share with you my resources on what is helping me keep and stay within my own feminine, my own sacred feminine path. And I've mentioned that I have a subscription group that I'm part of, that this is exactly, we do the work. We embody it. We support one another when it's getting a little bit harder than other times. We do it without judgment. We do it in a loving spirit and growth. And those are true, real friendship. This is not just some fake. It's really something that we like-minded people, and we have an elder who is helping us along that path, who's giving us all of that. Those of you who follow me on Facebook, you probably know her. I've reposted some of her posts. And tell me if you are in that condition. Let me know. Send me a note, and I will give you information for this group, so you can get there with us and get started. There are many avenues depending on which level you are and how deeply you want to be taking part in this work. There's a free group on Facebook. I can send you references to that, and then there's a subscription that I'm part of, that you can have a subscription to have full access to everything feminine you've ever thought of, you've ever wanted, from a very alchemic perspective. Okay, so especially if you're in the US, you're gonna thrive being that, because a lot of the women are placed in the US, and the elder that guide the group, Namaste More, is in the US as well. And to me, when I tell you love everything, my feminine path, it helps me to even deepen my work on my African spirituality. It helps me to stay grounded, especially that I am in North America, and that's another video I'll make. African spirituality, or any form of spirituality, is environment specific. So if you're not in that environment, you need to adapt and tweak certain things, and understand that the environment that you are in is going to influence you. It's going sometimes to make things a little harder. If you don't have the tools and you don't adapt, it's going to be a little harder, and you just need to be aware of that. So for those of you who are interested, let me know in the comments, or send me a message, and I will send you links and information so that you can review that at home and see if something that you will want to take on. I will keep talking about the feminine, the sacred feminine, is part of some of the teaching that I do in my own coaching group, but more based on the African spirituality. So the content of the work of Namaste More is really different, but it's complementary, because if you want to be a feminine and you still want to learn about African spirituality or work with me, that will be fully complementary. So that's it for this video. I hope it pushed your curiosity to ask yourself and to feel within yourself, where is your feminine moving? Is your feminine calling you and begging you for a different life, to strive for something different, something new, something that she will want to guide you towards? And believe me, it's going to be something that's going to be much more pleasurable, much more delicious, much more easy in the flow, okay, than what you currently are going through. So sometimes you do have to trust in your feminine, you do have to trust in that essence to guide you properly to where you need to be, and so that you can experience exactly what you want to experience and have a really fulfilling life. Okay, if you're not smiling every single day, if you're not orgasmic every single day, and if you're not crying every other day or every day, you know, those are elements that enables you to be fulfilled and avoid you from being depleted all the time or feeling depleted. The three of this: being smiling, being able to smile even when someone else is smiling at you, and just returning that smile even when you don't feel like it. Those are just few tips that you can use in order for you to help stay in your feminine in the meantime, while you are making significant changes, so that you can just remain in your feminine without having to battling back and forth. Okay, some people like to put a band-aid in saying, okay, do this little exercise on that to-do list to kind of reconnect with your feminine, but that's battling. That means you're adding more things to do that you have to do, instead of removing the things that are taking you away from your feminine, things that are frustrating the goal and the purpose of your feminine. And I think all of us, when you really look at what you're doing, you can identify a few things that you may want to let go. So just let me know if you have any questions, any concern. Share your comments down below, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.